Vectors. What is a vector quantity? The first thing which I should write is, for a vector quantity there is a formula, and the formula says if we have any vector, then this vector is equals to the magnitude into unit vector. Now you might be wondering what is the magnitude of a vector and what is the unit vector. We will come to that later on. So this is, if I put an arrow over the A, then I will spell it as vector A. And if I make two parallel lines, if I put A vector between the two parallel lines, we call it magnitude and modulus. And if we put A cap, we will call it as unit vector. Okay, so first of all, name of these three quantities I have written right in front of them. If I write, I'm again repeating it. If I write A, I put an arrow over A, we call it vector A. If I put the vector A between the two bars, we will call it magnitude and modulus. And if I place a exponential signature, the symbol which we use for exponents, we will call it unit vector. So right now it might not make a sense to you that what this formula stands for, but let me take one example, then it might be very easy to understand. Suppose if I take, with the help of a coordinate system, okay, let us take the example of coordinate system. Let us take the example of coordinate system. So the example of coordinate system I'm taking, y and x. Now this is origin, right? Suppose if I place a point, and the point is P, and the point is, suppose x naught comma y naught, then let me draw a line. From the that is touching the origin with this point P. Okay, let me highlight this arrow. So now I have got a line. The line is called OP. The line is called OP. Now OP, if I put an arrow over this, it becomes a vector. Now OP, I will call this OP as position vector. Now what is a position vector? It is a vector that represents the position of a point in a coordinate system with respect to origin. Okay guys, now I think it is very much clear. Now OP is a vector quantity, and vector quantity, OP is a position vector, and the position vector is something that represents the position of a point on the coordinate system. Okay, now you must be looking at this, that it is making some angle theta. Okay, and Now if I say the magnitude, suppose if I put the OP vector between the two bars, we know it's the magnitude. Now what is the magnitude? Magnitude is basically the distance of the point from origin. Magnitude is basically the distance of the point from the origin. Now this vertical axis is y0 as we know it, and this horizontal axis is x0. Suppose this is the right angle triangle. I'm calling it this point as O, this is P, and this is R. Now in triangle OPR, if I apply Pythagoras theorem, then Pythagoras theorem says in the triangle OPR, it will say the magnitude of OP square is equals to OR square plus PR square, which is hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. Now OP square becomes OR square. On OR is x0 square, y0 square. Now OP is basically x0 ka square plus y0 square. This is what is the distance of the point O from the point P, or vice versa. This is the distance of the point P from the point O, right? And this is what magnitude is. This is what magnitude is. This is what OP vector between the two bars represents. Okay, you got the point. Now the third thing is unit vector. Third thing is unit vector, what it is. Now to calculate unit vector, the speciality of a unit vector is it always have a magnitude. It always have a magnitude equal to 1, and generally used to represent the direction. So to get the value of a unit vector for this particular vector is, if you remember the formula which I wrote in the beginning, OP vector, if I apply the formula for the this is the formula, right? A vector A is equals to the magnitude into the unit vector. Similarly, OP vector will be equal to the magnitude of OP vector and OP unit vector. We are supposed to calculate the OP unit vector. So OP unit vector is going to be OP vector first of all, and then modulus of OP. Now what is OP vector? I have not written yet. Okay, so by the conventions we represent x direction as plus I cap and plus y direction as plus j cap. Now it is the time to write the OP vector. As we know that OP vector is a position vector that represents the point P with the coordinate x0 comma y0. So I'm writing the OP vector. So OP vector will become, so the easiest way to learn it is, if we move from O to point P, what are the ways through which we can move from point O to point P? And the ways are, I can travel in the horizontal direction x0 to the point till the point R, and then I will move upward or vertically to the point P by moving y0 in the vertical direction. So to get to go to the point P, I shall move x0 in the horizontal direction, and y0 in the vertical direction. So this is how this is what OP vector becomes, right? Now magnitude we have already calculated. The magnitude OP vector is coming out as under root x0 square and plus y0 square. So the OP unit vector becomes OP vector x0 I cap plus y0 j cap whole divided by x0 square plus y0 square, that is x0 upon x0 square plus y0 square I cap plus y0 upon x0 square plus y0 square j cap. This is what it becomes. I hope you've understood it. This is what the unit vector is. And let me just confirm what I asserted in the beginning. I told you that unit vector is a vector which always have a magnitude 1. Let us confirm this. Let me measure the magnitude of OP unit vector. The magnitude of OP unit vector is going to be, if I square the coefficient of I, that is x0 under root x0 square plus y0 square, and if I add it y0 under root x0 square plus y0 square, it will be x square plus y square will be y square plus x square plus y square. So it comes out as x square plus y square, x square plus y square. It comes out as 1. So I have confirmed that we got the unit vector and its magnitude is again coming out as 1. So this is the most simplest idea of a vector, and the easiest way to understand it is by relating it with the coordinate system. Okay, thank you.